Hello, I'm going to show you how to detect a certain type of memory corruption using C++ Member Validator. This particular memory corruption happens when you create a C++ object, use it for a while, delete the object because you're finished with it, forget to reset the pointer to the object, and then some other code later on goes to use the pointer, finds the pointer isn't null, and uses it thinking it's a valid object. And in the course of using that object, it then writes to the memory that's been deallocated. Now that's either going to damage the data structures of the heap, if you're unlucky, or it's going to write to memory in an object that's been allocated since you deallocated the object, so you're going to be overwriting some other object's memory. That's bad news as well. Or if you're really lucky, you're just going to write to some deallocated memory. That's benign, but it's not something you want to happen because there's no guarantee it's always going to be benign. Sooner or later it won't be benign, sooner or later it will trip you up. So here's an example of some code like that. And we've got object set to a new sum object. We do some work with it for a few calls. We're finished with the object, so we delete it. We forget to set the pointer to null. And later on there's some code that uses that pointer and it thinks it's valid, so it uses it, and it damages the memory in the process. So let's see what we can do with the Member Validator to show you how to detect that kind of thing automatically. So click on the settings dialog and we go to deleted this pointer detection. So we want to enable that there, enable the detect calling of functions for deleted C++ objects on the C runtime heap. Optionally, you might want to enable report null this pointers and invalid this pointers. Some MFC functions are actually designed to accept null this pointers. It's amazing, but it's true. So, you know, if you want to know about that, enable that. If you don't want to know, disable it. Click OK to accept those settings. I'm going to relaunch the example application by clicking the relaunch button. Member Validator now hooks every C++ function in your program so that it can check for null or invalid pointers being passed to them. I'm going to go to the memory errors menu and choose deleted this usage. It will create a C++ object, delete the object, and then call a function on it, and Member Validator will detect that error. Deleted this usage. And there you go, Member Validator has detected the error. Because it's a serious error, it's in red, and because it's a serious error, it's displayed immediately without you having to refresh the display. So if I bring that to the front and expand it, and double click on it so you can see all the source code. Now, testview, on memory errors deleted this usage, that's the function. We create an example class object, we delete it, and then we call a method on it. And that's exactly where Member Validator is pointing the error. There you go. Easy to use detection of deleted C++ objects. Thank you very much.